Listen to this. Remember, like, we were talking about Christmas cards, sending them out, and Kyle was telling us about how she was trying to do it, and you took the pictures, and you did everything. You finally mailed them out and everything.
Yeah.
Then I was telling you how we didn't send a Christmas card out last year, first time in our entire life, because kids are in college, and it's different to get everybody around. So this year we were proactive, and over the summertime, we got a good picture of the 5 of us in my family, my 3 sons and my wife and I. My wife was like, this could be our Christmas card. So we kind of banked on that. And then remember I was telling you how earlier in the week my wife was trying to put together the Christmas card and I was being hypercritical.
You were being John Jay?
Yeah, I was being real anal retentive. And I was like, wow, why are you putting this border on? Why are you saying Happy Christmas? Or whatever it is that she was saying, right? You know, here's to a great 2025. I was like, just say Happy New Year, you know, too much words. And then she closed the computer. And then remember I was telling you how then she opened it up the other day and she goes, what do you think? Did I tell you guys that? She
Yeah.
was like, what do you think? So I was like, I was watching TV. And I learned a valuable lesson. I was watching TV. She goes, what do you think of this? And she like kind of sits on my lap, kind of. You know, like I'm in the middle of a good TV show. I remember like going, what? So I look at it, and it's on her laptop, and it's from kind of far away. What do you think of the Christmas card? I look, I'm like, looks great. So the front of the Christmas card is the 5 of us, right? And then the back of the Christmas card is our 6 dogs. She always has to put our dogs in the Christmas card. So they finally came yesterday, all the Christmas cards. And she goes, look at the Christmas card. And I was like blown away by the quality now. Because remember back in the day when you do it online, it's all glossy and it's like a picture, kind of cheesy. I thought that's what it was going to be, but it's a really nice looking Christmas card. So she goes, okay, I'm going to send these out. And I look at it and I'm like, this is so nice. And I flip it over and on the back, it's our 6 dogs.
Yeah.
Charlie, Taco, Pablo, Lego, Bella, Maggie. Right? Those are our 6 dogs. Bella is not mentioned in the card, and Charlie's mentioned twice.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Merry Christmas.
Was there a typo you didn't catch?
There was a typo she didn't catch and a typo I didn't catch because I just went, yeah, it looks great.
So it sounds like you have 2 dogs named Charlie.
Yeah, so I said, she goes, well, I could go back. It's going to cost another $300. I'm like, no, forget it.
No
I go,
way.
Whoever you said these people are Christmas card dude, they don't know us. I go, so what? They're going to look at it. They're going to see pictures. Oh, yeah, they got 2 dogs named Charlie. That's fine. Are they really going to go, is someone ever going to call up and go, you got 2 dogs named Charlie? Yeah, we got 2 dogs named Charlie.
I wouldn't question that. If you got 6 dogs, I figure repeating names just like kids.
Yeah, and
Most
like,
people have a lot of kids.
They probably really aren't reading the fine print, right? They're just looking at the pictures.
You never know. You never know. And then I thought, do you take a marker out and just cross out one Charlie and handwrite in there Bella? And it was sort of like, and she was like, and I was
Bella's
like,
the one that's going to complain.
Send it out. And then, Bella yesterday, I felt so bad. I kind of like gave her a little extra love. Because I kind of, you kind of give emotion. I was like, oh, God, I bet you feel bad that you're not really You're on the card, but you just got your name wrong. Charlie's in the dog, but Charlie, he's a different dog. So anyway, if we have 2 dogs named Charlie, so weird.
Oh, my gosh, no.
So look for that when you guys get the Christmas card. Because I think you 3 and everybody else on the show are the only people that I know that are getting Christmas cards.
The rest of them are Blake's friends. That's why she needed 100, because she has 100 friends.
And then I'm going to be like, did anybody mention that Charlie's on there twice? And if she says no, I'm going to be like, they're not your true friends. And your real friends are going to go, they don't have 2 dogs named Charlie. But anyway. But she didn't get mad, which I was glad. Like, how's your husband mad at you?
Yeah, he's always a little annoyed, I think, sometimes when things like this happen. So, my son Easton is 7. His favorite dessert in the world, or sweets, are Mike and Ike's. That's what he likes.
Yum.
And usually after dinner, we always do dessert. Like, it's not a every once in a while thing. Every night, we have dessert. That's just like kind of like how I grew up. And so that's how my kids are growing up,
Dinner's over, and then you go, you bring out the dessert.
And usually it's like a scoop of ice cream or something, right? Or like, a little tiny ice cream cone or something. But lately, we've had this big bag of Mike and Ike's because I had to bribe Easton with Mike and Ike's to take his medicine after he got sick because he hates taking medicine. And the rest of the bag is just left over. So last night after dinner, he goes and he grabs a little like sandwich baggie and takes from the big bag of Mike and Ike's and fills it up, like with a couple handfuls. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of a lot, but whatever, let it go. So I'm really tired yesterday because we stayed out late the night before for our company Christmas party. And so I'm just kind of like I'm like really kind of out of it, quite honestly. Scott, he's like a busybody. So he doesn't sit down on the couch with us afterwards. He's like I don't even know where he is. I honestly don't know where he is. He might be pooping. He might be like working. I have no idea where this guy goes. But he comes back at one point and he's sitting next to me and he notices that at some point, Easton refilled his bag with a lot of Mike and Ike's. And he goes, seriously? And I look it over and I'm like, oh, you got some more Mike and Ike's. Whatever. You know what I mean? It's not something that happens all the time. So for me, not a big deal. And Scott goes, we really need to regulate this. This is kind of a lot of candy. Like, this is not a normal, like, consumption of candy. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so funny because I was just wondering, do I have anything to talk about on the show tomorrow? And now I do. Now I do. Thank you so much. Because the fact that you're annoyed that this kid had 2 servings of Mike and Ike's is so ridiculous.
Kyle Tired. That's Kyle Tired.
That's Kyle Tired. LOL. And I'm like literally typing this in my email to the rest of you guys as he's looking at me and he's like, I'm serious about this. And then I type again, LOL, as I'm looking at him. And I'm like, you know what? It's not a big deal. It's not like this kid eats like, he's tiny. You know what I mean? It's like he can have 2 servings of Mike and Ike's.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
But that is pretty sneaky that he went and filled his bag.
Right?
He probably was like, Mom's not paying attention.
No.
She's out of it.
Mom was out late the night before. I'm going to go for it.
Also, it's the youngest kid.
Yeah.
The youngest kid has different kind of rules.
Yeah, plus, he's nice to you. Let him get away with it.
Well, and you know what? Honestly, like, both my kids, I think, inherited my sweet tooth. I love candy. Like, so I get it. Like, I understand.
Do you have candy on you right now? Usually you do.
I usually do. I know I have some in my car.
So my son Dutch, who's grown up eating Skittles and Sour Patch Kids for breakfast and whatever, right? Last night, he had a basketball game last night, and I'm at the game, and it's like halftime, and he's not playing, he's injured, and I go, hey, it's a good game, I'm going to head out. And he goes, hey, I know Mom's gone. Is there any food at the house for dinner? And I go, grapes. And he goes, all right, I'm going to go to Cane's after this. And I'm going to get some Cane's after the game. I'll be home around 9:30. I'm like, okay. And I look at him, he taps his chest, he goes, it's on me. Cane's is on me. And I'm like, you don't have a job. You don't have an income. How is it on you?
What you
have what are you talking about?
Is your debit card.
Like, the balls on this kid.
Like, isn't the card he has? It's yours.
It's
so
mine.
It's always on you.
It's always on me. But like he's doing me a favor by getting himself dinner at Cane's.
That's hilarious.
That kid probably snuck in Mike and Ike when he was younger.
Kids these days.
What's coming up? 3 things you need to know, Kyle.
So I told you this yesterday, but this is your reminder because you probably forgot to go get your ticket. But the Mega Millions jackpot's up to $670 million. The drawing is tonight, so you still have time to get in on this. It's a $317 or $1 million cash payout for those who don't want to take it for the rest of their life. That one-time cash payout. That would be a very happy holiday and a very lucky Friday the 13th for you. Fortnite may owe you some money. They had a $520 million settlement over child privacy and payment method allegations. So basically, Fortnite was found guilty of deceptive design tactics to trick players, including kids, into making purchases from one simple click of a button. I guess some gamers were actually charged just for waking their game up out of sleep mode. They were incurring all of these extra charges. So Fortnite has started issuing refunds to those who were tricked into making these purchases. I guess the average refund is about $114. So if this applies to you, you can stop by FTC's website to apply for your refund. You got to do it before January 10th. So if you've got those extra charges, go to the FTC's website, apply for your refund before January 10th, or you'll miss out on your money, and they just won't have to pay it. Miller High Life, you guys, they think for some odd reason that people may want to just smell like a dive bar without having to go into a dive bar. First thing you think of, John Jay, is probably something to do with smoke, but it doesn't have to do with that. It is their new perfume that they're calling Barfume. And apparently with a spritz of this on your neck, you're going to be scented like cedarwood and patchouli, evoking a bar top table. Tobacco and leather bring out the bar stool vibes. And champaka blossom for a hint of Miller Life. Sea salt to remind you of salty fries. And apparently a bottle of this thing can be all yours for $60. So it's pretty expensive.
It just seems like it's a gimmick or something because barf.
I know.
Barf. Like they're going bar fume, but I'm hearing barf.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know. It's a creative name.
Which is also
bar.
part of the smell of a bar.
I was going to say,
Perfume, there's no barf infused in the scent, but yeah, MillerHighLife.com if you want to get in on that. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Peyton, what's the vibe for horoscopes today?
It's Taylor Swift's birthday, so I'm going to tell you the T Swift song that matches your vibe based on your zodiac sign.
Lorena, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your sign?
I am a Virgo.
Just like you, John Jay. Okay, the Taylor Swift song for you guys, it's an OG song on the original album, or her first album, and it's Tim McGraw.
Love that song.
So good.
You think Tim McGraw, I hope you think my favorite song, the one we dance to all night long, the moon like a star.
You know, when she was 16, she called into our show when she was 16, and I knew who she was because of this video.
Really?
Yeah, it was so wild. At the time, nobody knew who she was.
I love this version of Taylor Swift, like the country vibe. But
Yeah.
the reason that Tim McGraw is the song for you Virgos is because you're all about nostalgia and memories and having those moments that actually mean something to you, even when you guys don't usually show it. So it's just like a soft song, which is really you guys. You just have a hard exterior. That's all.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Good people, Lorena. Have a great day.
You too, thank you.
How old is Taylor Swift today? Anyone know?
35.
I was going to say something like that. Or Noah, do you
Noah?
know how
She's
old
35?
Taylor Swift is?
35, Noah? She's 35?
35.
All right.
I don't
Mary.
know about you.
Mary.
I'm feeling 35.
Good morning, I'm the Libra. Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Mary.
Yes, Kyle.
Hi,
And
Rich. Happy birthday, Dominique.
oh, that's so sweet of you. That's so sweet of you, Mary. I'm going to tell you guys, though, for Libra, the Taylor Swift song for you guys, it's Enchanted.
I'll spend forever wondering if you knew I was enchanted to meet you.
All right, you can play the whole song?
No,
What do you got for Pisces?
yeah, well, Rich is our Pisces. This is actually one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs, too, and it's Teardrops on My Guitar.
Oh, heck yeah.
I wonder if he knows he's all I think about at night.
Another in a Rich.
He's the reason for the teardrops on my guitar.
Anything with a guitar, I'm down with.
Right, I used
What
to
about
have
for
this
you?
song on my CD, and I would just play it on my little, what do they call it?
Leos.
For Leos, our song is Blank Space.
Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane, but I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
All right, if we didn't get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website, johnjaneRich.com. Stacks and hacks. Time for Stacks and Hacks. I have Stacks information. Rich has life hacks. 12% of Americans that are on weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy say they plan to pause them over the holidays so they can indulge, specifically to have more cookies and sweets. Interesting.
Seems like a mistake.
A poll found the average worker feels like they need a vacation every 110 days to stay sane. Another poll asked thousands of bus travelers. My dad used to take the bus all the time. They asked thousands of bus travelers worldwide to rank the things that annoy them the most, okay, on a bus. So, I think this is so interesting. The number one thing on the list was playing music too loud. The number 2 thing on the list, when people have sex on the bus.
What?
Number 3 on the list was smoking and vaping.
Why is that like a multiple time thing happening?
Nobody's
hey,
stopping
man.
it, right?
I guess that's where the people on the bus go up and down.
Oh, my
Hey.
gosh.
Okay, now get this. Police in Washington arrested a man and a woman who were accused of stealing thousands of dollars in jewelry. Then they took off in an SUV. Then they rolled the SUV and they took off running. Then they ran over by a lake and they jumped into a rowboat. They started rowing the rowboat.
Oh, that's cool.
Then the rowboat started filling full of water. They jumped into the water and they swam to shore. And then they got arrested.
I mean, before that was like Indiana Jones.
All they needed was like a train
Heck
and
of
then
a
get away on a
chase.
plane. The term seat squatters is going viral because people are complaining about people who intentionally sit in the wrong seat on a plane and try to get away with keeping it. Sneaky. Did you see this news about the Stanley mugs?
Yeah. They're not like the Stanleys, though. They're different.
They're not. How? It's just Stanley.
They're made by Stanley, but it's not like the Stanley tumbler.
Oh, it's not that thing?
Yeah.
It's says 2.6 million Stanley mugs are being recalled. Up to 38 people suffered burns. They have faulty lids.
They're like the hot mugs. They're smaller than the tumblers. They're different.
So
They're different.
The tumblers, they need to stick to the tumbler.
Tumblers are awesome.
Lawyers are sharing the crazy things they've seen people put in their wills, including a grandpa who put a chocolate bar for every one of his grandkids in a will, and a woman with an itemized book collection who left specific books to a bunch of different people. This is big news, I think, and I can't wait for this to drop if this happens. Tapes containing unreleased Michael Jackson songs recorded between 1989 and 1991 were found in an abandoned storage unit.
What?
Wow.
That is sick.
Could you imagine coming across that, though?
Yeah, you'd be like, who is this?
What?
It sounds like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's not Michael.
And how do they authenticate it?
Unless it's Michael Jackson's storage facility that he pays,
Then that makes
didn't pay his
sense.
bills. It's one of those like storage wars things.
There's some slammers in there, though. Now with the tech, they could do anything with that.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Well, I want to talk about burning calories. We need to do that this time of year because we're all going to parties. We're all eating a little bit more. Now, I will give you the science way of burning 100 calories, then I will tell you the hack way to burn 100 calories. So what science says, if you want to burn 100 calories, you have to do the following: 40 jumping jacks, 30 crunches, 20 squats, and 10 push-ups for 100 calories. Or you could watch a scary movie. Just sitting there and being scared burns 100 calories. Or you can watch 2 comedy specials, because those are 50 calories apiece. Just laughing burns 50 calories.
You know, you got to look at it now. Like, I know that a Snickers bar is 270 calories, right?
Yeah.
That means now I have to look at it and go, okay, that is so many burpees and push-ups and jumping jacks that I don't think it's worth it.
I know.
I'd rather
Or a
not do
scary
that.
movie. Would you?
I'm not going to.
You're not going to.
I can't look at it like that. The reality is of the exercise I have to look at, not watching the movie.
Yeah, so 40 jumping jacks, 30 crunches, 20 squats, 10 push-ups if you want to burn 100 calories right now. Other than that, watch a scary movie. Those life hacks, many more, can be found at johnjandrich.com.
You can text us. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. Or you can call us right now at 877-937-1047. Peyton, what are you worried about here at work?
I'm really worried about the guy who parks next to me in the mornings. So, we get here really early, and most of the time it's, us. It's just us. But sometimes on, some of the lower floors, people come in early as well. And there's this one guy, and he drives this white car, and I always beat him, but he's usually just, walking up right behind me, right? And for probably the last week and a half, his car has been there and it hasn't moved. I haven't seen him. His car's there when I get there in the morning. His car's there when I leave for work in the morning. And I'm really worried about him because you hear of all of these stories of people dying at work and not being found till days or weeks later. And I worry that his body might be in the building somewhere and we don't know where he's at.
Well, it's interesting because there is a floor. I know the second floor, I don't think is occupied by really anybody. So he could be on that ghost floor.
Oh my
Well, it was
gosh.
like there was that bank. Somebody died at the bank
Yes.
in Tempe, and then somebody died at that fitness place in a
Yes.
tanning bed
the
or something like
tanning
that.
Exactly. So you know
Oh.
exactly where my brain's going.
They
and
didn't
I-
know for a couple days or weeks or
Yes,
something.
I'm very worried about him, and I feel like I need to go and sweep all the floors to make sure he's okay.
Do you know his name?
No, I have no idea what his name is. I know what he looks like, though.
Does he usually go to the third floor, the second floor, the first floor? Where does he get
I think
off?
he's on the third floor. I
Okay.
haven't been in the elevator with him yet.
Oh, okay.
He comes in right as I'm as the elevator doors are showing.
You're
Like,
like, bye.
bye. Talk to you you know what I mean.
What
Come on
color
now.
is his hair?
His hair is like a dirty ashy blonde.
Okay.
Is he younger, older?
He's younger.
You know what?
I think we're right about the same age.
I'm sitting there thinking where you park is right kind of in the front, right? Like Kyle parks over there too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I thought for a second that maybe he's on vacation, but I think that's rude if you go on vacation and leave your car parked there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you leave your
For
car
that long?
park
Yeah.
it out. If I go and I leave my car here, I leave it in the parking lot in
Yeah.
the structure. What do you call it?
The garage?
The big garage. Yeah.
For sure.
Like if he is on vacation, then we need to have a little sit down with that guy if he left his car there.
I mean,
but
I
if
had
he's
the
not on
same
vacation and
thoughts.
he's dead, then I take that back.
I feel the same way. Because I did think, I was like, maybe he's on vacation. And then I was like, well, why would you park your car here?
Right.
So then it just led to me being like, he's dead in the building.
How do you know he's not just in here working harder than you?
He might be.
Getting here before you and
He
staying
might
after
be.
you.
He might be. I don't know. But I found that very odd.
Yeah.
Is he the security guard? Because there's that security guard here.
It is not the security guard.
But the car hasn't moved at all,
Has
is what
not
you're saying.
moved. That
So it's
car
not like he's
has
left
not
and come
moved.
back.
No.
Okay, so when I go out and see where your
dun.
car is, is he to the right of you, to the left of you? What is he?
He's to the left of me.
And what kind of car is it? It's
It's
white.
like a white, I don't know, a white Toyota.
Is he a bigger guy or is he a bigger guy or a smaller guy?
I think an average sized
Okay,
man.
because I think I know who you're talking about. He usually comes in with the Starbucks when I see him.
Oh,
And
I don't think I've ever seen him with the Starbucks.
And I have not
maybe.
seen him lately either.
Yeah, it's
But
very...
you come in an hour before her, so you've
Yeah, I
seen
was gonna
somebody.
say, it's probably a
You and her
different guy.
are not seeing the same person.
Another white car guy, maybe.
There's no way you're seeing the same.
And you park on a different side.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
just
but you see him coming from Peyton's side. I
But
see
I
him in the
usually
elevator.
always beat him. It's weird. Anyways, he might have been here earlier and might be staying later. And if that's the case, good for you, sir. But
Okay,
I'm
well, let's
worried
remember.
about you.
Let's put a pin on this story, and remember, maybe next week we can, go down and look. If the car's still there, we'll go down and look from the
there's-
third floor.
There is weird
early.
stuff going on, like down our street. There's all kinds of weird, like, activity happening. Maybe he got caught up in it.
Yeah.
Well, when you say weird
knows?
activity, what are you talking about?
Well, I saw somebody lighting a fire in the middle of the street today. That was weird.
Okay.
We got lots of people that are, just kind of drifting around in the middle of the
A
night.
lot of drifters.
A lot of people living under the bridges. It's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so let me tell you, that's where your brain went, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let me tell you some place where my brain went for no reason at all. And I don't want you guys to poo-poo it. I just want you to have fun with my thought process here, okay? So I think I came up with a beef between Kanye and Taylor Swift. That's my own beef that I think they're having. Like, I have my own beef with people, and then I don't know if you ever had a beef with somebody. It's not real. It's in your own head. Then you find out that they don't even know what you're talking about. The person you have a problem with.
Perceived confrontation, I call it.
Right. So a year and a half ago, Dutch, my son, got me this Yeezy hoodie. Okay, it's a Kanye's brand Yeezy. And the thing that bothers the hell out of me about this hoodie, first of all, there's no logo. There's nothing. You don't know that it's like, if anything, I want it to be Yeezy so I can go wherever I go. Oh, that guy's got a Yeezy hoodie. But it has no logo, no brand. You don't know what it is. It was rolled up in the trunk of my car last night. And I went to Dutch's game and I was cold and I pulled it. And I walked into the arena. When I walked to the arena, he looked at me and he was like, Yeezy? Like, he knew. And I was like, okay, great, man. That's cool. The problem with this hoodie is it has no pockets in the front.
That's annoying.
And I keep trying to put my hands in there and there's no pockets. But there's a hoodie. Okay? There's a hood, no pockets. A couple weeks ago, I bought the Taylor Swift merch. And it has pockets, no hoodie.
But it looks like a hoodie with no hood.
With no hoodie. And just part of me was like, I don't know who was first. Like, the Kanye thing, like, was Kanye like, I'm going to put out this Yeezy brand, this hoodie, but no pockets. And then Taylor was like, did you see the Kanye merch? Okay. We're going to put out the hoodie with pockets, no hood. Like, I can't get out of my head.
Like they wanted to be the exact opposite.
Yeah, and see
or
what
they're
sells more.
trolling. They're trolling the Yeezy hoodie.
Something like that, because it does. This is so annoying. Not having pockets to put my hands in.
I've seen you go there a few times this morning and miss.
Yeah.
I thought you said that the Taylor Swift hoodie came from the Chiefs people.
Somebody told me that because they had the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying.
We're not going there. We're going with your theory.
No. It still could have been like, well, what can we? Kanye came out with a line. What are we going to do?
Right, you tipped her off.
Well, Travis's company has this,
Yeah.
so let's do
I'm
this.
following.
Then.
Well, then that answers your question that Taylor Swift came second and Kanye had it first. So she
Right.
probably was like, I need to one-up him.
Also, I think your Taylor Swift hoodie is the Tortured Poets Department
Yes.
Came
merch,
way after.
which came way
Way
after
after
that.
you.
Because I remember when you got that sweatshirt, it was quite a while ago.
Do we know if Taylor had hoodies like this for other tours?
No, we
do you
do
know?
not.
Noah, do you know? Do you know?
I would say yes.
Oh, you know, you're just
Yeah, he's
defending
just
her.
He
Yeah.
would say
You're
yes.
something.
Or so have
What?
all had weird clothing items like that. Like, instead of t-shirts, she'll have baby tees.
And
I can't buy a
cardigans.
shirt because that's
But
my
baby tees are just in right now.
Yeah.
And like you can find a baby tee at any concert,
He's
I
just-
think, right now. That's just like what's fashionable.
Noah's an over Taylor merch defender since he's
Yes.
bought so much of it in his lifetime.
He would say
Yeah.
she came first.
Yes.
I don't necessarily know if it's like, if it maybe, would you then say, if you're going on this feud theory,
Yeah.
right? Like
We're
we're
gonna
just
roll with
going,
it.
we're diving
Right.
in, right? Because Taylor came afterward, it's Taylor trolling Kanye.
Yes. Yes, I would think it's that.
Which is kind of funny.
It
Because
just-
I think you got one of the best. Like, I love screwing with people, especially like competitors. I do little things because I know they're watching. Little things.
Okay.
And I think it gets them.
So you leave them Easter eggs.
But I don't know.
So you think in this thing, you think Kanye sees the Taylor hoodless hoodie and he's like, I came up with the pocketless hoodie,
Yeah.
and now she's got a hoodless hoodie.
Yeah.
We got to go back to the drawing board and come up with something totally new.
Yeah.
I bet you
Like,
might be
I
onto
do
something.
things on the show to see if, and then I'll watch our competitors copy exactly what I did, and I specifically did it for them.
And you're like,
and I'm like,
I
Throwing them a
see
bone.
you.
losers. Like, watch, this debate will come up on another show next week.
The newest Taylor Kanye feud.
Yeah, right.
All over merch.
Hoods and pockets.
That's the guy who's in charge of the marketing department, Oliver Merch. Kyle's at Oliver Merch.
He was born.
All
That's
of
insane.
He was
their
born to do that
merch.
gig.
What's your name? Oliver Merch?
If your name is Oliver Merch and you don't work in merch for some artist, what are you doing?
This is going to sound kind of crazy, but my brain's all over the place. I read a Bible verse every morning.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Have a great day. Christmas wish. No, I read a Bible verse in the morning, and it's tied into this Bible that I have. It's a coach's Bible. And it talks about, today's verse was about, staying true to yourself and know who you are. And it did a whole thing on, like, back in the day, and I've talked about this before, people being a baker. What do you do for a living? I'm a baker.
Should be a baker.
And your last name is Baker, right? And then my mind was blown by this in the Bible verse, or in the story. Like, people named Thompson or Johnson, they were named that because they were John's son. They were Tom's son.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I know, and I was like, wow, Bible. I didn't know that. So now whenever I meet someone named Tom, last name's Thompson or Johnson, somewhere along their bloodline, they were John's son. And then they decided to call you Dave. Who's that? That's Dave. That's John's son. But who's the other guy? Oh, that's his brother. What's his name? He can't be Johnson. Well, we'll call him Dave Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Your brain is wild.
It's the Bible, Kyle. Coach's Bible.
You're really getting a lot out of that.
This is not a repeat, but there's more Diddy stuff.
Always more Diddy stuff. It seems like the Diddy stuff is actually never ending. Apparently, 3 men are accusing Diddy of drugging and abusing them, as well as he had apparently done to all the other people back between 2019 and 2022. All 3 men wanted to remain anonymous, filed civil suit in New York just this week. I'm like, it's just never ending.
I heard
now,
the details of
and
this.
I don't think it's going to stop.
Have you read the details of this one?
They're just like not safe for work.
Is that so? You have the details. You just want to say? Like,
Yeah, I mean it's tough.
One
If-
guy
if you
woke
can
up
say
in the
him-
middle of it, and like Diddy was they're passing him around with other celebrities.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I know. It's so,
That's so gross.
He drank something and then got a little whoa, right?
I mean, it sounds downright evil when you hear it, doesn't
And it
it?
sounds like most of the allegations are kind of like all along the same lines as they all were drugged at one point.
Did you guys see? And when I went to go read the comments, what I'm about to say was all the comments in the comments. But you see what happened with LeBron James yesterday?
No.
With what?
He stepped away from basketball for personal reasons.
Oh, I didn't see that.
All the comments are, ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Oh wow.
Have you guys seen any of that? Google it.
Right
No, I
on the
haven't seen
heels
that.
of that
It's all over the news.
UFC fighter calling him out, right?
Right.
Oh, I wonder because if you remember the lawyer who is representing a bunch of these people that are coming after Diddy and Jay-Z has said that there are several other celebrities A-listers that have had these lawsuits, and they've most of them have already chosen to sort of like settle
Settle it.
quietly out of court.
they
So I
just
wonder if
pay
he's
out the-
dealing with that.
Yeah, pay out the victim so it never comes to light, right?
Okay, last night, you guys, the Billboard Awards were on.
Big time.
It used to be such a big part of my life, the Billboard Awards.
We all watch clips of the Billboard Awards.
it's-
We watch
Apparently,
these.
nobody was there.
Nobody was
Right?
there. Like, it's so crazy to me how many people or how many of these stars that were given awards last night had pre-recorded thank you speeches. Like Taylor Swift, for instance. She actually made history last night with 10 new wins. Now, she's the most awarded artist in the show's history, bringing her to 49 Billboards Awards. She wasn't there, but she
Everything
did
that's
say
happened
thank you.
with the Eras Tour and the Torture Post department, I just have to say thank you. It means the world to me that you guys have embraced the things I've made, you know, and the fact that you've cared so much about my music. And this is like the nicest early birthday present you could have given me.
like it was
So
so-
thank you very much.
She's like, it was so important to me. I recorded this message on my iPhone.
I know. Dua Lipa won for Houdini. She wasn't there.
Wow, this is so cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the love and the support and for dancing with me to Houdini.
She's so cute. I do love her. Chapel Roan won Best New Artist. I believe she wasn't there either.
This has taken a long time to be a new artist, but it's awesome to be recognized, and all these years of hard work are truly paying off, and thank you for being a part of that. So So
I feel like they should be like, hey, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so I can't be there.
You know who was there? He performed and accepted multiple awards was Shabuzi.
To being on this stage and getting 3 of these, having the longest #1 song of this year, it's been surreal. It's been a dream come true.
So there you go. Thank you, Shabuzi, for showing up at the Billboard Music Awards.
They just record a thank you on your phone awards.
You know what was funny about this to me is I do feel like when I'm in conversations with people, the majority of people that I talk to just don't care about celebrity awards shows anymore. It's just,
That's
it's like
true.
a yawn. Like, it's great. You get another award. You live this
Good
great
for
life.
you.
Good for you, right?
Yeah.
And this right here almost made me feel like, I think the celebrities feel the same way that
Yeah.
everyone else is starting to translate, but we're still forcing like award season,
You're right. I wonder what the network, if they look at ratings and go, it's something or it's not. I don't
Right.
know. They must make money somehow.